So there's been some changes. Among the feedback I got on the first video, one suggestion I got really stood out to me.
Good grief. Dagannoth Kings aren't really in-game content. You should go to God Wars Dungeon instead.
This is something I definitely agree with, especially since the God Wars Dungeon is in the Fremennik Elite Diary. So we're gonna do it. But there's a catch. The new end goal for this account will be to take on God Wars, but I can only challenge each boss as I unlock the Fremennik ring corresponding to their attack style. So for example, I will unlock Bandos after I get a Berserker ring, the Warrior ring will unlock Krill, the Archer's ring Kriara, and the Seer's ring Commander Ziliana. With the inclusion of God Wars, Troll Country will also be part of my area restriction, as that's not only required to get to God Wars, but it is also part of the Fremennik Achievement Diary. I also got a few suggestions to lump Barbarian Assault in with my area restriction. I'll be putting a poll up for that as soon as this video goes live, so be sure to let me know what your stance on that is. Thanks again for the feedback. Now let's jump into the video. Oh hey, I didn't see you there. That was a joke, by the way. I obviously know I've been recording this entire time. Why do people even still... Welcome back to the Fremennik Only TV show. If you haven't seen the first video, what are you doing? But I completed the Fremennik Trials quest after a long and painful grind to 76 fishing. So I've been putting a lot of thought into what's next, and I decided I'm going to do the Horror from the Deep quest. And it's not for access to the lighthouse. It's not for the prayer book, it's for the nearly 5,000 magic XP you get as a reward. And that's going to put me at 20 magic. Since there are next to no mine rune sources in my region, I will really appreciate being able to skip past the mine rune spells and start using chaos runes and other runes. So let's get started. Before anything, I've been waiting a while to do this. How much? 300 for a cape? Damn, we're scalping out here. All right, I don't want people to think I'm poor, so. Something I did not do after my last video is enchant the lyre. For those of you who may not spend a lot of time in Relica, that's like everyone, you can enchant a lyre with a raw shark and a few other things and get multiple free teleports to Relica. And there we go. If I press the play option, I would be teleported, so that's gonna be really useful. So Horror from the Deep requires all combat styles to kill the Dagannoth Mother. Obviously I have no access to magic attacks, so I'm going to be relying heavily on melee and range to get the job done. I think my combat stats are fine, but I do need to train my range up, so to do that I'm going to need to make my own arrows, which means making my own arrow tips. So my method is going to be to mine a full inventory of copper and tin, smelt the bars in Relica, and smith them into arrow tips and repeat. The first trip was a success, and we are at level 3 smithing already. And there is 5 smithing. We can now make bronze arrowheads, so we'll get started with that on the next inventory. Okay, so the bronze pickaxe is unbearably slow, so I'm gonna go buy a steel pickaxe from this guy in Keldagrim. And there we go. Thank God, man. I really hope this speeds things up a little. Level 6 smithing, but what's more important than that, 500 total level. Not really that big of an accomplishment, but hey, it's nice. And there is 15 smithing. What I've decided to do now is move on to iron. I have 3k feathers to use on arrows, and I think I'd rather use them on iron arrows rather than bronze. I don't know, I think maybe I might get better range XP that way, and I'd really like to get the most out of my feathers. 20 smithing, I can now make iron arrowheads. Don't you just love a chat box full of level ups? So something that just came to my mind is, by the time this video goes up, I will have created my own Discord server. So if you're interested, I'll post the link to join at the top of the description, as well as in the comment section. So this is the last inventory of iron arrowheads. The next step to turning these into arrows is fletching, so I am ready to move on. Okay, so we got our bronze axe and knife from the spawn. Now we're ready to start fletching. There is 56 woodcutting. I can now make Fremennik round shields, which in of itself isn't anything special, but that is one of the requirements for the Fremennik Isles quest. And since I'm recording, I just want to say, I know that the HD plugin is kind of controversial. Some people love it, some people hate it, but in the Fremennik region, it's an absolute vibe. There we have it, over 3,000 iron arrows. Now we'll just have to make a regular and an oak shortbow. Something I never knew about Relica until recently is you can actually pick flax right outside the city. So I don't know, that might become very useful for crafting at some point. And there's the shortbow. And there's the oak shortbow. All right, I think I'm ready to start range training. We are going back to the old chickens. Yeah, I'll probably get a few levels here first before heading to rock crabs, just so I'm not wasting too many arrows. Speaking of, I will be picking up all my arrows, and I think I'll try to pick up the bones and feathers as well, but I'm not going to be here for too long, and I don't want to waste too much time doing that, so we'll see how long I keep that up for. And there is 5 range. I can now make the swap over to the oak shortbow. I'm not sure how or if it will affect my XP per hour, but we'll take any upgrade we can get. Okay, I've been here for a while, and I'm getting tired of picking everything up, so I'm done picking up arrows and all that other stuff. We're just going to focus on getting to 15 range, and I think then I'll move on to rock crabs. If you're a stickler for efficiency, you may want to shield your eyes. Look at all those arrows, and I'm not picking up a single one. Imagine how much XP I'm wasting right now. Boom, 15 range. There's really nothing special about 15. I just think I'll hit higher at rock crabs with it, so we're gonna move on. But first, I need to fish for some food, just in case. So we've got our swordfish, and we are ready to start the real range training. But I'm not going to waste all of my iron arrows like I did at the chickens. The good thing about this spot I'm standing in is I only ever have to move one tile to get either rock crab on me, so I can kill one and then move over one tile to pick up the arrows, then move back. So that's going to be the best strategy. We'll see how long I can hold on to my arrows for and hope for the best. Okay, it's been a long time since I got an XP random. We'll see if I can beat the rock crabs. Yeah, we are still working on that Slayer grind. All right, so I missed it, but I just got 30 range, and if you look in here, that means I unlocked the maple shortbow. Now, there is actually a shop in Keldegrim that sells a maple shortbow, so I'm gonna go pick that up. Here it is, only 520 GP. We will take that. We got ourselves a maple shortbow. I actually think this is going to boost our XP by a lot, so let's get back to it. And there is 50 range. I got way further than I expected to. I have over 600 arrows left, and to be honest, I'm tired of AFKing, so I'm not going to pick up any more arrows. I think I'm just going to use them all so I can move on. Well, I didn't get the chat message, but that was 51 range, and with that, we're pretty much out of arrows as well, so we're done. I think that'll be enough for the quest anyway, so I really want to move on. I mentioned in my last video that the Rune Longsword would be my best in slot, and I got a few comments that the Brine Saber would actually be better, but unfortunately, it's locked behind 47 Slayer, so Rune Long it is. Now, the only thing about the Rune Longsword is that it costs over 41k, so my plan is to fish for sharks and sell them to the fish guy for over 100 GP each until I can afford it. And while we're at it, we're also going to pick up an Addy chain body as well, because for now, that'll probably be my best bet for some defense bonuses. So in total, I'll need about 48k. Here we go, first inventory of sharks. And that's 103. Okay, so I think my plan is going to be to sell 3 per world and then world hop and keep doing that. I think as long as I do that, I should be able to get over 2k per inventory. I continued this moneymaker for quite a while, but I want to explain why I need the Rune Longsword and Addy Chainbody now. Not only will I need pretty good bonuses for the Horror from the Deep quest, but soon I'm going to be starting a lengthy grind to 40 prayer at Trolls in the Fremennik Isles. Obviously they're going to shred through me, and I need to be ready for that. Okay, we're at 36k right now. Pretty close, but I think I want to take a break and knock out another skill requirement for Horror from the Deep, and that's 35 agility. So there's something in Keldegrim for agility, but it goes off your run energy and it drains it pretty fast, so I think my only viable option is here at the lighthouse. Okay, so yeah, I can't fail this. And it's 2 XP every time, so this is going to be a lot of fun. Ooh, okay, I actually just started recording because I'm coming up on a level, but there we go. 2 Slayer, that is the first Slayer level of the account. Don't forget, we are on our grind to 10 Slayer for the cave crawlers, so every little bit matters. And there's the real reason I started recording, 20 agility. This is about 2,500 XP per hour and very click intensive. So yeah, I don't recommend it. Having gone from like 3k XP to 22k XP, I've gained 19,000 experience, and at 2 XP per jump, that means I jumped almost 10,000 times. But damn it, I missed I missed the level. But there's finally 35 agility. This was absolutely terrible. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to making some money. That is the last inventory. We have over 50k now, and I think that's more than enough, so let's go get some upgrades. All right, we've got the Addy Chainbody, and the Rune Longsword is 41k. Let's go. Ooh, we got that drip now, boys. Looking like a snack. So that's gonna do it for this video. Sorry that it was mostly skilling, but it was kind of a necessary evil. But in the next video, we're going to grind out 40 prayer and complete the Horror from the Deep quest. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. But on that note, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.